My name is Anna Zoller, and I go to Olathe East High School. I'm a senior, and I am the co-editor of the yearbook staff.
And I'm Emily Wilson. I am a senior at Olathe East High School, and I'm also co-editor of the yearbook staff. Well, the need for construction came when they decided to move the freshmen up from the junior highs to high school. So they needed to add a lot more room because the school is crowded as is. So they added on a couple thousand square feet to make sure that the freshmen had enough room to be up here. And now I think we're the largest school in Olathe, both size-wise and student-wise. Well, the first thing is we started the yearbook like deep into the summer. So we came up here when the school was still like the old building. And so we actually got to see them like drive all the trucks in with the gravel and stuff, and they started digging it up. And
yeah, it was really interesting just to see like all the big machinery move in here, and we were the only students here just to see like everything getting torn apart. It was really cool.
The yearbook sponsor actually took me up to the roof one day, so I got to see like the scope of the construction going on, because before, you know, when you're just like walking around the building, it doesn't seem like that much, but when you're actually on top of it, you can see like how much they were actually changing or adding onto. When the construction was almost done, like the exterior was done and the interior was still going, we got to actually walk around through the partially finished buildings with Mr. Mays. We got to wear all the hard helmets and stuff and like walk through the construction, so we got to see the inside before it was really done.
One of the biggest differences is all the windows they put in at the end of the hallways, and they used, I don't know what the material is, but it's not cinder block anymore, so it doesn't look like a prison. And it's much more light, and it's a much better place to be.
Yeah. And they also tore up all the old carpet on the bridge, and they put in like paved floors, so that's a lot cleaner and a lot more sanitary for lunch when people eat up there.
They added on a new band room to the school, and I'm not in band, but all of my friends who are say it's a huge improvement, and especially for everyone who's not in band, you can't hear them practicing while you're eating lunch or walking through the hallways, so it's nice.
So another big problem when they moved the freshmen up was the amount of lunchroom space. And so they actually tore up the back of our school and started building on for the new commons. Once the school year started, they actually put in a tunnel from the back of the new commons into the commons, so you could actually walk through there. So Universal Construction really looked out for the students' safety as well.
Well, when we took PE, there was only two gyms, the larger gym where they had basketball games, and then the smaller gym. And it was so crowded just because everyone has to take PE, and so there's no room really to do much. And so they added on a third gym, and that's where all the freshman classes have their PE. And they also added locker room, so it just keeps everyone separated and everyone has enough room to participate. And they also added on an extra weight room for all the sports practices, and it's just really nice. It's very updated.
And I'm on the cross-country team, and so before they shoved us in the locker rooms with like the other sports like soccer, and all the girls like crammed in one locker room. So when they added the new locker room, they actually gave that to the cross-country track girls, so we have our own locker room. So it was just a lot nicer.
Our bridge across, it connects two of the main hallways in the school. And just the traffic on the bridge last year was crazy. It was very congested. And they added a second staircase off of the bridge, so there's two ways to get off, and it's just improved traffic in the hallways immensely.
And going to lunch, you used to have to go down the stairwell into the lower commons and then take the stairs from the lower commons into the upper commons, so it was a lot harder. And so now they added the stairwell directly into the upper commons, so you can just go straight from like your English class or your math class right into the lunchroom. So it made it a lot quicker to get to lunch.
Universal Construction did a really great job at CVAC. It's where all of our Friday night football games are, and it's just really nice together because it's always like clean and there's enough room for everyone, so it's really nice.
Yeah, it's a really cool facility. Previously I've only been to like ODAC up on like 135th, and CVAC was so much nicer. It's a lot easier to get into. The parking lots are set up a lot better, and the facilities are just nicer.
Overall, Universal Construction, they were really professional. They got the job done really quickly because it was a huge add-on to our school, and it was done right on time, just like they promised it would be. And just the way they acted around the students and how they handled everything was really nice.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing that stood out to me is the construction, like actual workers were a lot more courteous than I've seen of like other companies. They actually cared about the students and the education that was going on, and so they took time out of their day to like make sure that they were doing the job like right.